Hi, I'm Kerry Culver, a Senior Immigration Consultant at XPatWEB.
And I'm Andrew Barnard, also a Senior Immigration Consultant at XPatWEB.
Today we'll be looking at the concession that was published by the Minister of Home Affairs on the 30th of March. Manfred, what is the concession?
The concession is a temporary measure issued by the Department of Home Affairs in respect of applicants awaiting their outcomes.
And who is covered by the concession?
That's a great question. So people who enjoy the protection of this concession are long-term visa applicants and waiver and or appeal applications as well. However, they needed to be submitted by the 30th of March 2026.
Now, we talk about the concession covering status for applicants who have submitted applications in South Africa. When are they covered until?
So this has been the longest concession we've seen since 2022, ever since Home Affairs has utilized this blanket concession, and applicants are afforded the right to remain in South Africa on the same conditions of their most recent visa, so the visas that were valid at the time of submission, until 30 June 2027.
So that is a 15-month concession.
Yes, it's remarkable. Beforehand, Home Affairs only issued 6 months at a time, but this really does show that there's a significant backlog currently faced by Home Affairs.
When we talk about the backlog, have we seen the Department of Home Affairs make strides in clearing this backlog?
We have seen it in terms of work visas, not short-term, however. Short-term still lingers on a bit, if I can put it like that, but for accompanying spouses, even study visas now, we've seen a significant increase in overall processing times.
Wonderful. In terms of the concession, and to get back to that, how do applicants travel?
Now, Home Affairs has made specific provisions depending on what you applied for. If you applied for a simple renewal of a visa, then you need to travel with the original VFS receipt, as well as your passport to make sure that you can leave appropriately and be recorded on the track and trace system. If you, however, have an appeal pending, you also need to travel with the original rejection letter that was issued to you, as well as the submission receipt for the subsequent application submitted at VFS. However, with that being said, it's important to note that if you are from a country that's not visa exempt from South Africa, you will need to apply for an entry visa if you intend on coming back to South Africa.
What are some of the documents that applicants can take with them to the airport to assist in their departure?
So, in addition to the documents I just mentioned, we prepare what is called a travel pack, where it is a legal document confirming that the applicant is one protected by this concession, as well as just pretty much smooth the process when leaving. As we know, the Border Management Agency has had, or has run rampant rather, in terms of declaring people undesirable, as there's been some uncertainty about how the concession applies. This document serves to kind of smoothen out those issues faced, and yeah, it's a tried and tested method.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Manfred. If you or anyone need more information as to who is covered by the concession and what your current status is, please feel free to reach out to XPatWEB, and one of our consultants would love to speak with you.